To Martyn Lucas Investor. How you doing? I hope you're all well. I'm currently on vacation, but I've been very busy today speaking to lots of people who give me great information and trying to help as many of you as possible by answering as many questions and comments as possible, but also by trading with my real money and sharing with you my real trades, um, posted live today on all my social media. I hope it was of some help to you. Um, and I'm going to address a couple of things, very, very important. It's remember what I've always said, it's very, very easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. And if you understand and you buy businesses, valuations rather than prices of merely the popularity on the day of the stock price, you can always make money. I don't lose for my trades ever, as you know. And when I get back, I'll be able to share it with you in much greater detail than I am able to do so now. But unfortunately, I'm just sitting here relaxing and I'm not able to share you all the screens. But I've been taking screenshots all day of, of what's been going on. So first of all, the XRP crypto Bitcoin, if you like, letdown. The XRP ETF did nothing for XRP at all. It was never going to. That was inevitable. It doesn't make the asset more valuable. It came at a bad time, though. It came at a bad time when finally, what I've been saying for a number of weeks, that the market would crash. Well, it hasn't actually crashed yet. Crypto has from its high when I sold it all, as you know, for a few dollars loss, actually, but I knew where we were going, so I took my money out. I've been trading madly the S&P 500 as much as I possibly can over the last few weeks as I'm on my vacation, and I've taken my portfolio to way above an all-time high. The problem with XRP is uh, nothing actually wrong with XRP, but it came at a time when the market is very, very overvalued, overbought, and at a time of correction. And many, many people misread the signs completely and thought that by getting the news of the shutdown ending would be good. Not at all. That's not how the markets work. What happened was, as the um, we got the news of the shutdown coming to an end, it was an opportunity to sell the market, not to buy the market. The news was going into it. It gave the opportunity for the market to dump. I've got a bit of a notification coming through on my phone here. Let me just try and fix this. Just bear with me. Okay. Okay, I think I fixed it. I hope that didn't interrupt. Um, so people use the opportunity to dump the market because there is a potential bubble, but it's not about whether you believe in the bubble or not. It's about valuation, and it gives the opportunity for everyone to dump and take profit. Now, I know this is very difficult at the moment. I'm not able to share my screens with you. I'm just taking a vacation. But when I come back, I know many of you are frustrated. Many of you are losing money. I've heard from so many people getting liquidated. But when I get back, I will share with you all my screens, all my trades, everything I've been doing. I have been taking screenshots. I've been putting on all my social media, which is X, Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, the community page on YouTube, everywhere I can to share with you what I'm actually doing with my real money. And if you buy value and study what's going on, it's very easy to make money. I haven't lost a single trade, and I've just hit another all-time high of 282,000. Now I've just in the last few seconds, I've just posted again. I've sold $80,000 of VU, put it back into SGOV, and I'm earning 4% again because I don't think this route has ended by any means. So now it's about protecting your money. Okay, so in and out all the time using lots. Now, I know many of you say you don't have access to tax lots in the UK, but you do have access to lots. So some of you think it's not a lot if it's not called a tax lot. It is. Most brokerages will provide you with lots so you can buy and sell at different lots that you've entered the market with. But so it's very easy to make money at the moment because everyone's focusing on price rather than value. No one has a clue what's really going on. So let me just do a couple of headlines and let you get back to your evening. First of all, sorry that there was no show today. Sensei was unable to broadcast. He informed me he had no internet today, and obviously I can't do much because I'm on a holiday. So sorry about that. I know many of you are very distressed. But XRP is in trouble right now. It could go a lot lower. Exactly as I said, I sold it at the top. You all remember, and I've entered it a few times and taken sort of 5% profits and back out again because there's no point in sitting around just joining a fan club. I've got to make money all the time. I don't lose money. Nobody wants to see that. So there's nothing clever about just watching your money go down the toilet when there's no need to. So the ETF came at a really bad time. Michael Burry, dead trade. I put that in the title. Michael Burry isn't literally dead, of course, but Michael Burry's got a dead trade. He is betting against Palantir and betting against Nvidia, and he's right, actually. I'll explain a little bit about it. Now, I had some information this morning from Bank of America that they were selling Bitcoin this morning and XRP, and they did, and down it went. Which brought, the whole market came down this morning. It's back up again now, and you can see my trades. But Michael Burry, if you've watched the film The Big Short, he bet against the housing market when it all collapsed, and he was right to do so. Absolutely right to do so. But the reason why I say it's a dead trade is it's not investing. I'm not a fan of Michael Burry. I don't like, I never short the market. I never do options. I also never lose money. But I don't believe in living in a world where you're betting against things. I'm not a gambler. I simply buy value. I suggested everyone to be in Coca-Cola. That was going to outperform the market. Well, it is. But he's betting against Palantir. Well, that's fair enough because Palantir is insane. 1,000 times earnings, one of the most expensive stocks in history. It's bonkers. I don't know why Alex Karp gets so upset with people because because Michael Burry is shorting his business. I totally agree. It's not very nice, and I don't agree with shorting it. I don't think you need to short stocks. I've clearly demonstrated all day and all week and all the time I've been away that I'm making money consistently by just investing and buying back and buying value and using lots to trade all the time, building a bigger position at better prices. There is no need to short. So it's a dead trade. I hate it. I don't think it's right. It's wrong. He's also betting against Nvidia. Now, there is a story to be told here. Again, from my sources, there is some corruption with the data between Microsoft, Google, Nvidia, Amazon. Essentially, what they're doing, they're buying from each other, and it's inflating their revenue. So one buys the service, one buys the equipment, and so on and so forth. But also, what they're doing, which is technically illegal, or at least at best bad accounting. And this is what Michael Burry has discovered. Michael Burry loves to read numbers, as do I, and I can see the same numbers. The numbers that are being reported from the hyperscalers are not taking into account the depreciation of the old chips, the old equipment. Now think about it. If you go to Nvidia and you buy a load of chips, and next year they bring out a whole load of other new chips, the old chips aren't worth anything. I mean, who's going to buy last year's chips when everything, constantly is improving? Well, somebody will, but the depreciation is being underreported. So they're saying to you, we've got all these profits, but they're not telling you actually the assets that they held on the books or that are in the system are going to depreciate and fall off a cliff. No one's going to want to buy last year's chips because it's all about being efficient. So they're underreporting. So there is a bubble. However, will the bubble burst? Well, that's the question no one knows the answer to. Hence why I'm trading crazily, doing lots, lower my average all the time, but don't focus on average. Dollar cost averaging is not what it's about. It's not about bringing the average down. The average, when the average comes down, It's just puts my portfolio in a safer place to use it as collateral to borrow and use more margin if I need to. But right now, I don't need to use margin at all. I'm able to trade just by in and out with cash. It's very, very easy. I mean, it's like taking sweets off a baby at the moment. Winning in the stock market is ridiculous. There's so much false information and it's nonsense. People reporting all sorts of stupid stuff on online at the moment. Anyway, that's up for them. People saying that Michael Saylor sold all his position in Bitcoin or part of it, it's all nonsense. It's just a lot of idiots talking rubbish because no one really knows what they're doing. Or most people don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, so there is an issue here with Nvidia's depreciation. However, they're going to be on earnings. And because we've sold off and Nvidia now has a very good forward PE ratio, we're going to get a nice beat on next week. I think it's Wednesday. I think Vaz or Sensei will be reporting on the earnings. I won't be able to report on that. I won't be back in the studio. The market's going to pop. So between now and then, what I'm trying to do is obtain more shares by using tax lots. I've got people online telling me I'm doing it all wrong, even though my average keeps coming down. That's not what I'm doing it for, but it's a coincidence of it all, a byproduct. My profit and my balance is going up without money coming in. Now, when I get back, I'll be able to share with you all my charts and all my trades and all my details, and you will see. Some people have questioned the fact that, in fact, I've been very disappointed by a lot of members felt betrayed, actually. A lot of people have said that you can't be winning like this. God knows how I mean, God knows why you'd assume that, but people are. Some people are, at least, anyway. I can assure you I haven't lost on a trade. I'm making money consistently. I'll show you all the trades, all the ins and outs of everything. It's just hard on my phone to show you very much. I'm taking all the pictures on social media, but I will show you. But I've had a lot of people who are holding on, and then they think it's like a badge of honor that I'm an idiot because I'm trimming my position. Well, Warren Buffett trimmed his position, the S&P, months ago, nearly a year ago. So I also want to answer the question when I've made the statement that I have beaten Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, I've beaten the S&P, and I've beaten Bitcoin, I've beaten the broad index. I have. My gains this year, the year to date and the 1 year, is way above those indexes and those other assets and so on. And again, I've shown you the pictures, and I'll explain it in more detail when I get back. And the reason why I am beating the market consistently, and I nearly always do, is not because I'm smarter than anyone else or I know something more than anyone else, is because I have a different intent on being here. My intent is not to sell videos, uh, is to help people. Our training programs are free. They're given to you on Discord for free. Uh, we're not sponsored by people. I get offered 30, 40 grand nearly every day and turn every single one down. No, you'll never see me advertising anything on my show. I just don't do it. And I don't need to sell stuff. I just want to help people. And some people find that hard to understand. There's got to be something in it for you. Well, what's in it for me is I love doing this. So at the end of the day, XRP's ETF was a disaster. Just the same way as the level Lightning 2, whatever it was called, for Ethereum, a disaster. People said it would be great for the asset. It wasn't. Doesn't make it more valuable because the technology got improved. In fact, reality is technology gets cheaper and cheaper. What makes assets go up is money being devalued. Hence, your house goes up in price. Everyone thinks it's about appreciation of the asset or the cost goes up or whatever. It's not. We can produce things cheaper now than we've ever done in history. Everything is getting cheaper. Nothing is getting more expensive. It's money that's being devalued. So, it came at a really bad time when the market was just poised to sell off. As you all know, I sold my crypto at the top. I told you I was doing it. I was in and out trying to trade it as much as possible to make money, and I did on every single trade. Uh, and every time I make a trade, by the way, I always check my sources. It's no point ever buying and selling anything because it looks good on a chart, or you're reading social media, or I'm telling you to do it, or someone else telling you to do it. When I make trades and positions, it's because I'm talking to the people that can that can actually move the market. Bank of America, Robinhood, and many others. And I hope to have Brad Garlinghouse on the show. Not for my ego, but I know many of you would love to see him on the show. So I'm going to make that happen. So that's when I buy and that's when I sell. So throughout the day, you've seen me post 20, 30 times. I don't know, loads. Oh, not that many. Maybe about 10 times. Somewhere between 10 and 20 times today on my social media about all the trades I've made. Every single one's been profitable, everyone's worked, and so on. So XRP came at a really bad time, but it was inevitable because valuations just cannot keep going the way they are. Donald Trump has hidden, and this is not political, he's hidden the real value of the market with the jobs numbers. We've seen a 20% increase in what's the word I'm looking for? Someone can remind me. In the housing market, I've just forgotten the word now. 20%, not insolvency. What the hell's the word? Someone can put it in the chat in a moment. People not paying their mortgages. This is just like the 2008 housing crash, but much, much worse. Foreclosures. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. Foreclosures. Yeah, that's a massive number. 20% in October. That came out late. Also, the other deal about SoftBank, that freaked the market. SoftBank is, oh my God, SoftBank is selling Nvidia. It was in October, but we didn't get this information. We've lost a lot of information. It was done. That's why Donald Trump or whoever it was in charge didn't try to get the government shutdown sorted out, because we've hidden the numbers, the job numbers, all of these things have been hidden. Well, the market doesn't like it. Well, I can tell you from a fact, absolute fact, directly from the source, that the jobs numbers, looking at the Bloomberg terminal, looking at other sources, the jobs numbers are actually okay. Not great, but okay. So we're not going to get a big scare when we get them, but the market doesn't like not knowing. The market works on uncertainty. So it sold everything off. Then everybody panics, everybody over leverages, and everyone loses their money. I've been hearing about it all day. I've lost my money. It's terrible. How come you're making money? You can't be making money. You're a liar. Your trades can't be doing this. Well, guess what? I am making money. I always make money, and I always share it with you. So I'm sorry. It is what it is. So the job numbers are okay. Not great, but they're okay. Also, what we've got now is the market is freaking out again, saying we're not going to get a rate cut in December. It's now pricing in we won't get a rate cut, and a rate cut isn't bad. It isn't bad. It's bad for your mortgage or bad for your credit loan, I guess, but it's not bad for the the stock market. It's bad for the rubbish stocks. The Russell, bad for the rubbish that want to borrow money. It's not bad for Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Nvidia. It's not bad for me. It's fine. It doesn't make a difference. However, they know it brings liquidity in the market. Why? Because bonds come down, equities become more attractive, more people buy the stock market. So when there's no liquidity or there's rates are going up, people come out of risk on assets like Bitcoin, crypto. They assume that more people will buy risk on assets and new companies can borrow money. When rates come down, now they're pricing it not to be the case. So if you've done what I've been doing today and you've been trading heavily in and out, if we get a rate cut, which I think we will in December, then whoosh, up goes the market. But you can't bank on that until the FOMC report in December. And I can tell you, I'll be covering it this time. Spencer did it last time, but I'll be covering the FOMC report, and we'll have 50, 60,000 people watch us live. So get ready for that event. Season 5 is going to be massive, by the way, the biggest season we've ever done. Get ready for it. Lots of stuff going into season 5 you've never seen or even imagined that will happen. But anyway, so that's why I want to remain in the market, but I want to improve my position, because the lower my average can become, not that I'm trying to achieve a lower average, but the lower my average can become, the more money I can borrow should we have a crash, because my equity will be worth more and I could borrow more against it. So, but all the time I'm protecting my money by making some money, getting out, selling at the top lot so there's no tax to pay, and then keeping the bottom ones, then buying lower, putting it in T-bills. I mean, I've been in and out of T-bills like 4 or 5 times in a day. And each time I've made no money, because on if you're in just for a day or so, you don't make any money. You'll get paid per day, but if you're in for, if you're in for a few hours, you don't. But I've currently got 83,000 back in T-bills again, and we'll see what happens. But I'm still very bullish. I'm all out of crypto at the moment, completely out of crypto. It's not the place to be, for all the reasons I've already given. Um, that's including XRP, Bitcoin, all of it. I'm out of that. The only asset I want to be in at the moment is T-bills and the S&P 500. I'm doing very well trading that, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the job numbers, even though no one can see them. I've seen enough from the terminal, and I've seen enough from my sources that the jobs report is okay. But Trump did hide it. He also didn't want the housing numbers out. The housing numbers, the foreclosure numbers, is terrible. That's the true economy. But remember, the economy is not the stock market. There are people who are struggling to pay their bills, struggling to pay their mortgages, saying that life is terrible, and for them it is. They are saying that prices in the shops are going up. They're actually not, but they are, because money is being devalued. People don't understand that. They always say the prices are going up. It's because money is being printed, and it means the money is being devalued. That's really what's really happening. But the stock market is not the economy. The stock market can boom and make you lots of money, and the economy can be a bloody disaster. There's always a way to make money. I know Jim Cramer says that. I'll always help you find a bull. There's always a bull market somewhere. There absolutely is. I've never, I mean, I don't even remember when I ever lost a trade. Anyway, so XRP, bit of a disaster, just bad timing. It was always going to happen, though. It was not a great. It doesn't change the asset just because there's an ETF coming out. What I am interested in, and I've always said the same thing and always will do, is the Ripple Bank. The Ripple Bank can be very, very interesting, because that's how crypto can actually make money. Owning a coin is just scratching around the table, under the table, while the kings are sat on the table. It's just pointless. I'm not interested in trying to make money, because someone asked me this morning. Someone messaged me this morning saying, "Would you buy Bitcoin at $50,000?" And I said, "No, I wouldn't, because there's too many great opportunities to invest in that make money, where I can sleep at night, relax, not worry, and consistently make profit without any fear whatsoever. So why would I want Bitcoin at $50,000? Well, it's cheap. How is it cheap?" And the person didn't give me an answer. At $16,000 a few years ago, you said it was expensive, but now it's cheap at 50,000. What's changed? Yes, we have the Genius Act, and we have all this we have all this acceptance now from the government, but it isn't acceptance; it's control. I watched an interview this morning with Eric Trump on CNBC, and utter nonsense, utter nonsense. He was saying that the cost of the power to mine has come down. It hasn't, and the reporter said, no, it hasn't. It was $20 a kilowatt or a megawatt or a gigawatt, whatever it was, 4 years ago, and I checked the numbers. It was true, and now it's gone up. So it's just people are just talking nonsense. So it's true to say we're living in a different world, but the government are now controlling it. It's not a matter of compliance or acceptance. It's now control, and nobody ever wanted control. But anyway, the point I'm really getting at is, whether you like crypto or not, if you gave me 50,000 a Bitcoin today at $50,000. If you gave it me for Christmas, what am I supposed to do with it? What do I do with it? All I can do is try and sell it to somebody else. Well, my job isn't to get up in the morning and try and sell something to somebody. My job is to, other than entertain on YouTube, my job is to find great businesses that I can own and make money from. So I'm looking all the time for great information on a business that is worth less today than it'll be worth in the future. That's my job. That's what I do. Right? So you telling me buy Bitcoin because it's going to go to 150,000 this year, that may be the case, but that's just guessing. That's just hoping. Well, I don't know that. What I do know though is Bitcoin. I told you that J&J was going to $200. I told you Nvidia was going to $200. I told you that Coca-Cola is going to $80. And I told you how I found that out with the Bank of America and Robinhood, speaking directly. And someone the other day reposted and it posted for me on X, and I shared it. No one even noticed it. No one even commented on it. And they said, Martin, isn't this exactly what you said? I can't believe it. He took a screenshot, and it was Bank of America had given a price target on Robinhood of $80 for Coca-Cola. All three people that I'd spoken to. I went, yeah, I know. And I reposted it. It's on my X. You can scroll down. No one even commented on that. That is real information. No one even noticed it. And that's what's happening. No one cares about Coca-Cola. Oh, it's boring. No, that really makes money. And I can buy and own it. And I made a lot of money from it. And off it goes. So if you gave me $50,000 of Bitcoin today, what am I supposed to do with it? The only thing I can do with it is try to get somebody else, convince them, if you like, to buy it off me. Well, I'm not in the business of trying to, I'm not a used car salesman going around trying to get you to buy something I don't want. I don't need you to buy anything from me. My job is to buy a business that's undervalued. And the prices today on the stock market have not reflected in one iota the performance of the businesses that we own. One of the reasons why I got back in the S&P, and one of the reasons why I've been trading heavily, is one, what I'm learning from my sources plus the terminal. Job numbers are okay, not great. Inflation is okay, not great. But we've had a 12% swing upwards on earnings. Businesses are doing great. Are they underperforming? Are they under informing us of depreciation? Yeah. Are they crooks? Yeah. They're lying about their businesses. It's not right. It's the world we live in, though. If you want to play Monopoly and you want to win at Monopoly, don't read the rules of chess. Know the game you're in and play the game you're in. This is the game we're in, so know how to play it. So yeah, they are. They're underreporting. They're not saying things that are right. Is it wrong? Yeah, of course it's wrong. Is it? I mean, it's terrible. Alex Karp is an awful person. He's been selling his own shares. He's been pocketing his own money, telling everyone to buy it. Everything is awful. Which is why I do this, to try and help people, at least give people a chance to try and win. So anyway, I'm very bullish. I'm in. I haven't got crypto. I've been heavily trading. My portfolio is all-time highs. There's nothing I'm doing that everybody else can't do. I know you don't have the connections that I do, so I share them with you. I think it's a disgrace, though, that there are people online who are calling me a liar and say I feel completely betrayed by that and saying all kinds of horrible stuff. But that's fine. I noticed a lot of that started when we passed 100,000 subscribers, but that's fine. But a lot of people have reminded me, very kind people have reminded me, it's because they're probably losing and they're not doing very well. And every day your portfolio is going up and up and up. But really what I'm doing isn't clever. It's just taking the emotion out of it, looking at the numbers, studying and buying undervalued. That's it. There's no rocket science to it, folks. It's really, really easy. The market will always overreact. It'll always overbuy. It'll always oversell. It's just the way it works. So, If you want to live in a speculative world where one day you're up 20%, next day you're down 20%, you can't eat, you can't sleep, you're having a horrible time, then that's fine. But that's not for me. I want to buy businesses. So when I was offered, if someone offered me 50,000, 50 a Bitcoin a day at $50,000, I wouldn't want it because I wouldn't know what to do with it. I'm just now responsible for selling it to somebody else. I haven't got time. I'm not going to run around like a salesman. Anybody want to buy my Bitcoin? It's pointless, right? So I'm focused on buying things that are undervalued that I can grow a great business. So my prediction is this. I think we've got another 5, 6%, maybe 8% left in the market this year. So it's not worth using margin unless it's in and out. I've used margin several times this week for a matter of hours to make a few $1,000s. I've done it nearly every day for the last month, but no more than a day or two in margin, maybe 3 or 4 days, I think, at one point, but there's no more than that. So there's no point being in margin long term, because if margin's costing you 4 or 5% and then there's only sort of 4 or 5% in the market, there's no point in that. Crypto is just not right for me right now. There's too much manipulation, too much nonsense, but mainly, there's bigger opportunities. There's other ways to make more money a lot easier, and I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to sell it, and I can be in it. If it goes down, it doesn't matter. It really, there are so many ways, and I keep demonstrating these ways to you, so I don't need to do that. J&J is still my top buy with Coca-Cola. Well, it was, but my target. Nvidia's going back to $200. Robinhood is still a good stock, but now overbought. Palantir is a good business, but the stock price is ridiculous. I can't buy it. But I own it, of course, through the S&P. So there we go. Now, I'll love you and leave you. Have a wonderful evening wherever you are in the world tonight. This picture, by the way, is a papyrus, a real one. It's not a banana leaf. This is a real one from the tombs of Egypt. This is a real one, in case you're wondering what's there behind me. And it depicts the life of Ramesses IV getting married to Tutankhamun down the end. Look, there you go. Yeah, that's it. I hope you all have a good evening. I've got about 4% on my phone. I'm sorry for those who don't believe me. I'm sorry for those that live in a world where stuff isn't going well for you and you think I'm making it all up and I'm a liar and I'm a this and that and the other. That's fine. You do what you want. When I get back, I'll back into the studio. I will share all my trades, all my screens, and you'll see everything. But I can't do that on my phone. But at the end of the day, if you think that, you think that. It's really your problem, not mine. Let me do a few comments before I go. I've got 4% on my phone. So the next 20 comments I'll read out. So Martyn, when will you be back? That's from Amir. I'll be back. I think season 5 starts on the 24th of November, but it may be delayed. Just keep posted on my X account. I'll keep you updated. There will be some videos first coming out for all the reviews I promised to do. And then the live streams will start after that. I'll keep you updated. All right. Boring is solid, said Ninja Cowboy. Boring is good. Yeah. Investing should be boring. Investing should be boring. But I like boring, because boring, I don't lose. I don't have any fun being up 20% and down 20%. I think that's boring, quite honestly. Anyway, Slim Jim says, thank you, Martyn. You're very, very welcome. The reason why I'm coughing, I've got to have a cold, because we've been recording season 5, and we've been doing on-location work, and everyone's got colds and coughs because we've been playing silly buggers in the sea. So you'll see all that soon. You see Coca-Cola going to 80 this year. 80 this year, well, it would have done, but we've got this downturn because of the markets. But it will still go to 80 in a short time, I would say. God bless you and Leah. Thank you, Mark. S&P 500 is great if this all doesn't implode and we end up back at 350 a share or worse, and you bought at 600. Songs for space. Well, if valuations change, it's why I'm reducing my average all the time. But remember, I've already made so much money from the S&P. I'm up 60-something thousand this year. and I've made like 33% on the S&P. It can go down 20, 30%. I wouldn't care. I've already made it. But I've got 83,000 on standby and another 300,000 on margin to buy a dip at 50%. So I've already made the money by doing what I've been doing. So it doesn't even matter. We'll be right here when you get back. Thank you, Anointed Flowers. That's kind. Prayers, love, and blessings for Leah. That's very kind. Poor man, rich man. Yes, boring is for me. Boring is great. Boring is investing. Boring is investing. Making money is investing. It's great. Bring on the boring. Abelm, we've really missed you, Martyn. Can't wait to see you, the new studio. Abelm, I've missed you all. It's been terrible to watch from the sidelines. I've loved Sensei and Vaz's show, but I really want to be with you because I can do so much at the moment to help, and it's just so frustrating. Sean, never mind what they say, Martyn. Love you, man. Thanks for your honesty. You're very welcome, Sean John. Thank you. I invite you to become a member. Dalish, thumbs up to you. Can you shout out my name? Is Boomer Me. Captain Thunder 1, Boomer Me. Hello to you. Right, I'm down to 3%. So if anybody wants to do a quick comment, quick question, can everyone tap the like button? I've got 86 likes. If I get 100 likes, YouTube will share this out to as many people as possible later. So I've got 3% on my phone. It's about to go. 87. Can I get to 100 likes? 100 likes in the next few seconds. Can we do that? That'd be great. Tim Rogers. Hi, Martyn. Miss you. My little brother. You and Leah are safe. Stay the course. Hiya, Tim. Missed you too, mate. Really enjoyed our conversation. 100 likes. Boom. Get in there. Great stuff. Say hi, says Day01. Listen, guys, I've got to go. I've got 3% on my battery. I love you all. Remember, it's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. Focus on valuations. Nothing you read now on social media is honest. It's all rubbish. I promise you, I shared with you some pictures this morning of me in a Coldstream Guard when I was 5 years of age, and me at, I think, 12 years of age as a Cub Scout. How do I do? It's like that. I promise to do my best. I promise to do my best. I'm not here to sell videos. I'm not here sponsored. I turn down sponsorship every day. Our training programs are for free. You can get our training courses for free. Our newsletter, you can try it out for free. You can watch the show for free. If you want to be a member and get other perks, that's great. But we're here to help you. Plus, I'm giving away $2,000 of our money to you for no other reason then it's a nice thing to do. That's it, 2%. It's about to go off. I love you all. I'm here to help. Remember, you can always make money. Look at the valuations. Understand the business. The business is not the stock price. Always make sure you protect your money. When you've made some money, I'm locking it away in SGOV, SGOV, T-bills. I'm earning 4%. Well, the money is waiting for my next move. That's where 83 grand is right this second. If the market's gone down again now, I'll buy it back and I'll do it all over again. That's it from me. I'm out of here. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for all the membership. Look at this. A member for 7 months, 116 likes. Sensei will be back live in the morning. Sorry he wasn't here today. He had no internet. I've got to go. I've got a cold. We've been filming for season 5 in the sea. Everybody's ill, but look forward to season 5. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And NVIDIA earnings, mark my words, going to be a great night. You want to be in the market, but improve your position between now and then. Thank you very much. I miss you all. It's the best job in the world. And that's it from me. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Ta-ra. I might even have a shave when I come back and put on a proper shirt. Maybe it's the new look. Ta-ra, folks. Bye-bye.